Hi, this is Maureen St. Germain, and welcome to Spirit Family, a place where you can meet people who are practicing spiritual practices and who are just like you, and they're part of my spirit family. I'd like to introduce Susan Shumpsky, a wonderful meditation teacher and spiritual woman who has tons of knowledge, and we'll talk to her in a moment, and Kelly Sullivan Walden, an expert on dreams and how to dream the life you've always wanted. Join me in welcoming Susan and Kelly. Thank you both. Goddesses, you both look fabulous. I'm so happy you're here.
So wonderful to be
So
here.
Susan, tell me a little bit about your spirit family. What does it mean to you to have a spirit family? And you know, one of the things that I encounter when I talk to people is it's like not safe to hear or see or sense things. So tell us about your experience in your spirit family.
Well, I've been practicing spiritual disciplines for 50 years.
Wow.
And so,
you don't look old enough, you know.
I know.
Well, thank you. So, yeah, spirituality keeps me young. Meditation keeps me young.
That's true.
And youthful. Yes. So, you know, I have been in the spiritual field. And so I've had an incredible spirit family with me, because I've met them in the various classes that I have taken and the various places that I've gone, which have been involved with spirituality. For example, I spent 22 years in an ashram, which
Wow.
means a place where you go to study with a spiritual master from India.
Yeah.
So I was in that ashram for 22 years.
Wow.
I was actually with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. He was the guru of the Beatles and the guru of Deepak Chopra. So
Did you ever want to leave? I mean, 22 years is a long time. It's like being married.
I absolutely did not want to leave. I had such amazing experiences, and I was in such an incredible spirit family. Because when you are with like-minded people, then you have friends who you can really bond with in a very powerful way. So I was in that ashram for 22 years, and I was on Maharishi's personal staff for 7 of those years. So that was kind of his inner circle, and I was a part of that inner circle. So when you're in that kind of environment, you have people around you who are really supporting you in your spiritual development, and you have things that you can talk about with them that you can't talk about with other people, like perhaps even your own blood relations. They will not understand the things that you're going through.
Did your family object to your being there?
They actually did not. They were very supportive of me, which was a fabulous thing.
But I'm sure
they
you know people who didn't have that.
Absolutely. And they didn't really understand what was happening, but they were happy about it.
Yeah.
Now, after I left the ashram, I continued to teach meditation, continued to be somebody who has created my own spirit family, meaning that those people who are not only people who take my classes and who I meet time and time again, but also colleagues, people who are in my field are part of my spirit family.
Yeah.
So it's just so wonderful to be with people whose focus is spirituality, whose focus is development of higher consciousness, because when you're with other people, it really supports you in that.
Right.
And as you were saying, you know, there's some people who are afraid to come out,
Right.
sort of out of the closet,
Right.
because they're having these experiences, and more people these days
Right,
are
you're
having
seeing
this
stuff or hearing
Yes.
stuff or closing your eyes and stuff starts to happen.
Right. More and more people are really having this experience. It's actually a worldwide phenomenon, because the vibrational level of the entire Earth has been lifting. So people see something on TV or they learn something on the internet and they say, wow, you know, I'm having these kinds of experiences.
Yes.
So then they want to find other like-minded people.
Right.
So there are ways that you can do that. You know, I would suggest that perhaps you attend some of these metaphysical expos, or that you go to your local New Age or esoteric bookstore, or that you attend some of these conferences, or I do, for example, cruise ship seminars.
Yeah,
So
those are always fun.
attend something like that, and then you'll be able to meet people of like mind, and it will really enrich your life.
Excellent. And Kelly, you're going to cover the other side of the map where people are sleeping. You know, you've made a career out of helping people use dreams to manifest their dream. Tell us about that.
Well, from the perspective of spirit family, I think that we all have a cast of characters that recurs in our dreams. We all have a particular teacher or certain family members or some certain strangers that we don't know in our waking life that show up in our dream time. So I think it's important to pay attention to who the recurring characters are, and even the recurring locations and the recurring themes that show up, because these are important. This is the soul talking and the soul saying, pay attention, this is valuable. And in our waking lives, from the perspective, I don't know that this is necessarily so much directly related to dreams, but I know in my life, when I think of my spirit family, I was just saying this the other day, they're my people.
They're
my people,
like
and how do you know if they're your people? Your people don't leave, even when you try to get rid of them. They don't leave. So you can go through hell and high water with them, and they're still there. And then there's the people that you think might be your people, and there's a tiny little bump in the road, and they're out. And so, from my perspective, I was counseling someone the other day about don't go chasing after anybody, because if anybody would be scared of a little thing, then don't do backflips and cartwheels trying to please them and get them into your life. No, save that energy for the people who are there. Love the ones you're with.
That's such great advice. So those of you who are watching, that's a really great piece of advice. Your friends, your spirit family won't leave you. They'll be with you for as long as you need them. And once in a while they'll leave you because you're done. So talk about that for just a minute, Kelly. And then I want to know, how did you get into this dream business in the first place?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you've written some books on dreams.
So the first question about how do you know when you're done, I know that, my husband Dana and I, one of the first conversations we had was, I think we have a soul agreement, and we both kind of had this, we had a conversation about, let's be lucid about it. Let's not just have this soul agreement be under the surface and maybe play cat and mouse with it.
So you're the kind of woman that would say, let's go to bed and sort it out?
No, it was just, no, actually, we didn't sleep together we knew each other for
No, I don't
years.
want to know this, it's so funny.
So
I'm
TMI, but really, we had this conscious recognition that there's a soul agreement. Let's get to it. Let's not wait another lifetime to get to it. Let's do it. And I was afraid once we started to really get into it, we might be done. We might be done because now we're getting to it. But I realized once we're done, we received another assignment.
Yes.
We keep getting new assignments.
That's
and
excellent.
It's almost like the universe is saying, wow, you handled that so well together. Why would we want to split you apart? Let's keep giving you another reason. And there may be people that do come together and they do a wonderful job with their assignment and they are complete and it's time to move on. And I think there are those where you just keep getting new assignments. And how do you know? Because there's new things to work out.
So
there's
as
new
we
juice.
wind up, I'm so sorry. This time has gone by so fast. What wonderful thing would you share with people to help them, encourage them to find their own spirit family?
I think that the most important thing is for people to realize that they have a purpose, that they have a divine purpose in their life, and to learn what that purpose is by going within themselves through meditation and through spiritual practices. And once you discover what that purpose is, go ahead and do it without fear, with courage and with strength. Move forward in the direction that your heart tells you to go. And as you do that, you're going to meet like-minded people. You're going to discover that there are others who you can relate to. There are others who can form bonds with you that will last the rest of your life.
That's awesome.
And that is a very precious gift.
And how would you use your dreams to complement everything she's given us?
I think everything is a dream, so I'd say what's applicable to waking life is applicable to nighttime dreams. My perspective about the people that are our people, nurture them. Don't take them for granted just because they stick around. Honor them, love them, and don't be afraid just because things come up that are uncomfortable. So in the dream state, you can use my fear formula when having to face something that's difficult. Fear stands for face it, embrace it, ace it, and replace it. And that's a way to create alchemy in the relationship, whether it be a sleeping relationship, someone you're sleeping with or dreaming with, or somebody that you're awake and having a lucid dream with.
That's fabulous. Thank you for joining us. You've been watching Spirit Family. This is Maureen St. Germain.